BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Third down, Corral. He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the option, here's Akers. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to St. Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Off the option, here's Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Panthers at 7-8 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Corral. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Big Derek Brown making the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams. And it's third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Off the play fake. Jones. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second down, McCaffrey fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Corral. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to get in there, and they can get that done in this game.
Jones, off play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A give up the middle to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers 13. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Corral lost it. The ball is out. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, These are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He'll dump this off to Akers. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Akers back-to-back catches. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Corral sliding out of the pocket. That caught by Tremble. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones on third down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Patterson's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
60 Eagles.
Play action, Corral. He gets it to Thomas. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Corral. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Jones now to throw on third down. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Patterson's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Corral looking to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levi Onwuzurike coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 9, Corral. This is Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Corral. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Corral. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a...
4th down, here's Corral. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Corral to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And the Panthers have won the football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Panthers, the victory gets them back to 500, 8-8 on the year.